Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown, back at my cider table with some more cider to try. And it's another one from Temple Cider. It's a 500ml bottle, so a small bottle, not a big bottle. This is still, full juice still, unsweetened cider, hand-picked apples, Preston Dorset. This is a bit different though, this one, because whiskey barrel aged. Whiskey barrel aged. The fermented cider was aged for 3 months in an oak cask, freshly emptied of whiskey. That's all the interesting information. All the information that's on here otherwise is what we've read off the bottles previously. What's interesting about this is the whiskey barrel. Now, I run hot and cold with whiskey barrel aged things. I like whiskey. But I like cider too. And if I buy a bottle of cider, it's the cider I want to taste, not the whiskey. If I bought a bottle of whiskey to taste the cider, I'd be pissed off. Yeah? So similarly with cider, if it basically tastes of whiskey, then I'm pissed off. They also do like an Islay barrel one, so more peaty. And peat, yeah, I'm a bit funny about peat as well. Peat as in P-E-A-T, not Pete, as a bloke I know. Because I find that's even more, can be even more overpowering. And I don't love peaty whiskies. I think it can smother the flavour of the whiskey, and I want to taste the whiskey. It's a similar sort of thing. So I'm not a total purist, but I want the thing that I'm buying to taste predominantly of the thing that I'm buying, i.e., in this case, cider. So it'll be interesting to see what it tastes like. It doesn't say what the blend is. 7.5%. Well, it's not that surprising. Cider apples in a good season, you're looking at least 6% normally, 6 plus. Then you stick it in a whiskey barrel, which has had some whiskey in it still, probably residual. That'll bump it up as well. But apples can get to 7.5% even without the whiskey addition. So let's open it. Let's listen to the open, because I think it is still, isn't it? There was the merest. That was it. Nothing more than that. Let's pour it out. So, amber, bright amber actually. So, pretty thin, huh? Pretty thin. Yeah, we like it. Looks gorgeous. Slightly hazy because it's unfiltered. It's wild yeast as always, 100% juice as always from Temple Cider. There you go, that's what it looks like. So, the moment of truth. How much whiskey am I going to get and how much cider? The answer is, there's whiskey in there, absolutely. But obviously you'd want that. It says it on the bottle. If you don't want any whiskey, don't buy a bottle that says whiskey barrel aged on it, Chris, you fool. Well, would I? I'm expecting to have some whiskey. It's how much, not if. Yeah, but it's not a peaty whiskey. It smells more like a Speyside or something like that. I'd be interested to know what the barrel was. But Speyside tend to be my preference, actually, more sort of toffee caramel sort of flavours in the Speyside whiskies, which tick the boxes for me. I like caramel, I like toffee. There is some apple underneath that. It's subtle, it's almost like a fresh apple though, rather than an aged apple character. Let's taste it. Okay. Soft tannin, check. Whiskey, check. Not too much. It's on the edge, but it's not too much. And again, it's that sort of Speyside sort of style. It's what it's making me think of. I don't know if it's Speyside, but non-peated, that sort of style thing. And then the apple character, it's actually quite fresh. There's not a lot of hard tannin at all. Yeah. Quite fresh. It feels to me like there's more. I could be completely wrong here, but I know that they do like browns. I know they do Kingston Black. I think they do Stoke Red. I think Stoke Red's a bit sharp. I think. I always get confused. It feels to me like it's more acid-driven apples rather than bittersweets. So like Yarnton Mills and so forth, which are bigger on the tannin. It feels to me like these apples are more, edging towards the sharper varietals. It's a blend, so I'm sure there's a bit of everything in there. But to me, it feels like it's a fresher, more acid-driven. It's not super acid, but tending towards acid. So I think Kingston Black, so bitter sharp. So it's got tannin, but it's also got more acidity. Yeah, minerality it's got. Hint of sort of pith. There's a freshness to it. It's actually, for a 7.5% whiskey barrel aged, it's actually pretty delicate, but you definitely get the whiskey and you definitely get the apple. And the apple's sort of delicate in a nice way. I think the blend they've used has got sort of a slightly delicate blend. It's how it feels to me anyway. Yeah, this isn't over the top. There isn't too much for me. It's fine. It's good. You can taste the cider and you can taste the whiskey, and that's what you need. They're meant to complement each other, not smother. It shouldn't be a fight, with a winner. They should be friends in a bottle, mates, holding hands. Yeah? Who doesn't hold hands with a mate? I hold hands with my mates. So there you go, guys. That was Temple Cider whiskey barrel aged. We like. And it's on the shop. So if you want some, to try it for yourself. If you do like whiskey ciders, try that, baby. Try it. Okay, guys, thank you for joining me at my cider table. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.